Then we go to next. Here at next there is charges. So if there is any charges you need to add on this mandatory saving, you can just click here and add the charge. If it's Akiba charge 23, bima ya utetezi Akiba, you can just select the charge if you are using, but the charge is not mandatory, but if you need to add it, you can just add it. You can just select Akiba charge or bima ya utetezi Akiba zetu, you can just select and then click add it. After add it, you can just add it, then you go to next step. When you go to the next step, you can just review all the details which have been filled, the product name submitted, all the information will be found here. So you can just review it. After review it, and you can just submit the information. After submit it, it will be looking like this. The color for this one will be like orange. It's tell us submitted and pending approval. This means that we have been submitting our account, but it's pending for approval. So this account is waiting for someone to come and approve it. So before we go to approve, when you come here, there's a place of modify application. If you think there's anything maybe you have been mistaken, you can just click here and modify your application. But also before you go direct, let's see here the place where you can approve. Here at the more, there's a place where you can reject it. We can withdraw the client, but if there's any charge you have been forgetting to add it, you can just add here the charge, but also you can delete. But here transfer fund, you will see there in front how to transfer the fund. But also if you are forgetting, if you need to unassign the staff, you can unassign. But also if you need to disable withholding tax for interest, you can just come here and disable withholding tax for interest. So here the menu which you need to use. If you need to reject it, to withdraw by client, you need to add a charge you're forgetting, to delete, to transfer fund. Maybe you need your saving, you need your saving to pay the loan, you can just transfer when to save. But also here there's an assigned staff, but also there's disable withholding tax. After there, when you come here at the down, you can see activated or not activated. It's true we haven't activated, but here to be showing our currency, external ID would not provide, but it's not mandatory. But if we think there's external ID, we could provide it. And if it offset there, balance it's zero, because remember that on minimum paying balance we put 10,000, but here it's zero because we haven't activated our account. When you activate it, this amount will change it. And we come here, the transaction, we see here the transaction they'll be showing. So before you go down, let's see the transaction, the charges is there, standing instruction will be there. Let's see how to approve and see what will happen when you approve here the transaction. So we come here at the approve, and you'll get us to provide the date to approve on here. If there's any note, you can just add the note. If there is, it's not mandatory, you can just leave it. And then maybe you can like accounts. Then after that, I can confirm. Confirmation date has been removed. You can confirm. After confirming, you will find here the colors changed. It shows it's approved. It's approved, but it has not been activated. And after approved, you see the account of client has been changed. You see there's other information which have been added before we approved. You see that it shows the nominal interest rate, compounding, all the information which have been filled there. It will be showing here. So, but the activation, we have it activated. So here the part to activate. But if you think you don't need to activate, maybe you need to undo approve, and then to maybe the something have been long, you need to undo approve. You can just come here and undo approve. But if you need to activate, you can just click here and activate. It will get the activation date. You're going to put activation date, and then you're going to confirm. Let's wait for some minutes, and you see here it's already confirmed. You see the current balance now it's leaves 10,000 because when we are opening this mandatory saving, we put the opening balance is 10,000, and you see now Yusufu accounting saving it's having 10,000. So when you come there down to show total deposit is 10,000, we put it as opening balance. When you come here at the transaction, it will be showing us that Yusufu has been depositing 10,000. The balance is 10,000. So when you come here, you see Yusuf has been deposited 10,000. When you need to view the receipt, you can just click here and view the receipt. When you click on the receipt, you see we have the receipt here. The client name will be showing Yusuf Michael. Client ID 6052, client account number it will be showing, client account title is mandatory saving, operation is deposit, but also the figure which Yusuf deposited 10,000, it was put in on the main opening balance, but also client name, the signature here, date and transaction, it will be like this. So when you need to download your receipt, you can just download here. But also when you need to print, you can just print here and give to a client. When you go back to see other things, when you come down here there is export. Here on export, you can see all the transactions. When you click here, it can tell us from date and which date you need to generate the report to see the transaction. Let's see this date and generate our transaction to see. When generate our transaction, it will be shown here. And this will be client saving transaction. Client saving transaction will be showing the head office, the interest and everything. It will be showing the office name, mandatory saving, but also it will be showing the action which is the deposit. So here it will be client saving transaction. Then after that,